Now that I got you all alone, baby, I'ma give it to you right. Keep it G West Side, no lie. Oh, about to go ham on a remix. When I'm done beating it up, you gon' need shorty.
Hey.
Welcome to Concrete Topics. I'm your host, John Villanueva. Today we got a motherfucking real legend in the building. Not only is this person, I used to take a bath with this motherfucker when we was kids, but he's definitely always been a real one. Very big heart, good to all types of people, no matter what. Always held it down. And musically, he's the one that actually got me into music as a youngster. And we're going to get into his story, even though I know it and some of you might. A lot of people don't, and you definitely got to get into this because this motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, buckle up.
The one, the motherfucking only Dlow Flexx, a.k.a. Mr. Low, a.k.a. Villanueva, a.k.a. my motherfucking brother. How you doing today?
Let's go. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm glad to have you.
Just got done wrapping up a movie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Concrete Rose.
Okay.
You might know about it.
I might. Yeah, I'm going to have to check
you
it
know
out. Yeah. Coming soon. Theaters near you, motherfuckers. Grind don't never stop. So let me get right into the fucking beginning, yo, the whole fucking mix. How did you first? Let me start here, yo. This is a good question. See, I got all the dirt.
Here we go.
What was the first hip hop album that you really got into?
It was Eazy-E's. It was his first solo
Easy Does
album.
It?
Yeah,
That was
Easy Does It.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Like,
Easily
and it's crazy
I
though, because like it was like just like how the movies were. Like, you know, you'd have a babysitter, she pops in a tape, and then it just like fucks the whole kid's mind up.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Jenny did.
Jenny.
That's what Jenny did.
The babysitter Jenny?
Yeah, she was the one that played Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? Because she was, I don't know how they were back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And
So we was getting it.
That's when it cracked. Now, when you first got into actually interested in possibly doing music, who was the first person that kind of gave you the inspiration? Like, damn, I can actually do this type of music.
His name is G-Mac.
I know the story.
Yeah.
Shout out to G-Mac, man.
For real. I talked to him today, matter of fact.
I know, I seen him.
And
post
soon
some
enough,
shit.
we're going to be doing the show together. What G-Mac is doing now is called Bay Area Drill.
Nice.
And he's really getting it in. He's still going. And like I said, like you just said, the grind never stops.
Never ever, man.
You know, G-Mac, we grew up under him.
Yeah.
In the River Park area where it was so diverse. It was like a melting pot of, you know, ethnicity. We had Cambodians.
Shout out Tony Wren, baby. Shout out Tony Wren.
You know,
yeah.
And Samoans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, whites, blacks. And really much what generated us all together was hip hop and basketball, man.
True, very true. Very, very, very true.
It was fun. And I mean, if y'all ain't gonna know about this because I got some dirt on him now.
You do, yeah,
you know, this little dude was a little basketball player, man.
Hoop like a motherfucker.
That's where he got his name out in the neighborhood that we was at because he was the littlest dude on the court.
Yeah.
Y'all seen Spud Webb? Y'all don't have Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues no more.
Yeah,
but that was
one.
him. That was him.
Number one, I take your shoes, real shit.
He touched backboard.
I take your shoes. I touch back. That's real shit.
He touched
dog.
backboard. You know what I mean?
That's real shit.
Yeah,
I appreciate that story.
He did take dude's shoes though.
I did.
And you know
his
what?
Mom came. Remember his mom came back?
Mm-hmm.
And they was bitching and shit.
Good,
they were like size 13. I wore a 4 at the time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think they were 4s, man. If you would have put them on, they would be definitely clowns.
Yeah, I could definitely sail like kayak in them bitches.
But he won them though.
Fuck yeah, I did. Hands down, man. Holla at your boy, man. Ball team, baby.
We had a good childhood, man, but it was the fact that we were so poor that we didn't know we was poor because we had so much fun. We was always outside.
Always outside.
Now, if we would have stayed in the house, we would have knew how fucked up shit was.
No,
you know
that's real, man. I miss outside, man. I'm still outside, baby.
Me
Come
too.
on now, holla at
For
me.
real, I got a tan.
Yeah. So when you first, let me ask you, this is a great question because this is something that people might not know. What was the title of the first song you ever recorded? The first song. I think I might know it.
It was called Thuggish Ways with Ghost with the Most.
Was it Thuggish?
No, actually, before that, it was a song with F.E. Actually, even before that, it was my first recorded sitting in the studio song was with G-Mac and Big Ralph from the East Side.
You had like a verse on that
Yeah,
shit?
it was called In the Heat of the Night.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. You remember that?
That stuff.
Yo, this dude has a fucking memory like you would not believe, too. Anytime I get stumped on a movie or some weird shit, I'd be like, what this movie came out in 1972. He'll know exactly. He's fucking weird with it, man.
Man, I fell in love
He's
with
like the Rain Man of bullshit. I'm telling you the truth.
He
Rain
calls
Man
me the
Blue.
weirdo whisperer.
He's the weirdo whisperer.
So if you
man.
got a psychopathic brother, he's freaking out, just call me, I'll calm him down.
He'll calm him
I
all
got
down,
you.
man. Real
I got
shit.
you. That's what I do.
Real shit.
I'm the outlaw preacher. I'm the Dr. Phil of the ghetto.
I love it. I love it. When was the first actual time you met Ghost with the Most and the music started really jumping?
Man, really, it was by pure chance. Like, man, back in the days, in our River Park days, we used to get hit with some horrible snowstorms, man.
Yeah.
You know, these horrible snowstorms. And one day, I was walking home.
So you met a white boy in the white snow?
Yeah, he had a big-ass plow on his truck, too, so he was cutting
Ghost
through. Yeah, dude. I think it was a plow, or he just had a big-ass truck. But either way, I was walking to the crib. He was like, hey, what up? You know, because I heard about
you
him
didn't
doing
know him
music.
and shit?
Oh, I knew him. Yeah, I knew him from
Some
back in the
random
day.
dude pick you up
I
and
knew him
shit?
from back in the day. And
Yeah.
then, you know, years beyond that, he
Yeah.
just by pure chance just see me walking while I was walking right to the crib. I was probably about a half a block away from the crib. He
Yeah.
pulled up in the truck. He's like, hey, man, you be doing any music? And I was like, yeah, I heard you were doing music now. We knew each other, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
we
from
wasn't
around the way.
that close.
Yeah.
You know, and then from there, it was nonstop. He was like, I was like, man, I just grabbed a new keyboard. You know, why don't you pick me up like the weekend? He's like, shit, what about right now? And I was like, well, let's go.
Yeah.
And that's when it started. And then it started like a lifelong musical and friend relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still to this day, you know what I mean? It's not like we're the type of friends that's going to see each other and be like, oh, my God, how long has it been?
Nah.
I'll be like, what's up, motherfucker? How you doing, fat boy?
It's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
same old soup, just reheating.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
What was the first song you recorded with Ghost?
It was called Thuggin' On.
You sure?
Yeah. No, Thuggish Ways. Thuggish Ways
sure it
was the
was
first
Thuggish
song.
Ways?
Yeah.
Because I remember one of y'all made the beat and shit. Because
It
I
was
was
me.
around. Was it? Was it
Yeah,
you?
Ghost just like to use cowbells in it.
Yeah. We need more cowbell. Ghost was one of them. Huh? He just wanted
Yeah,
cowbell.
man.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
yeah.
And see, back in the day, there wasn't really too many home studios jumping off at the time. So we had to actually go, or y'all had to go to actually like a real deal studio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then y'all went to Van Camp, right?
We went through a couple things. We walked into some. You ever seen that movie Daddy Daycare when they're going checking around the scenery with different little daycares for their son?
Yeah.
We walked into some doozies a couple times. Yeah.
It was going down.
Yeah, walked into some shit. Yeah, it's down there. It's like, I'm like, we'll be right back.
That's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? Yeah.
Now, as you got more inclined, I think you did 2 songs with him, right? Was
Well,
it 2 songs and then I got introduced into the situation?
No, like
How did that go? You got a good memory.
Like me and Ghost was doing music for a while, and then it just came to a day when we both came to an agreement. Like, hey man, we ain't gonna get fucking nowhere off of this shit.
Yeah, really.
You know, and let's look around for a good studio.
Yeah,
there has got to
yeah.
be somewhere we can find a studio.
Yeah.
You know, because we was tired of going to Homeboy Studio. They got the 4-track tape player.
Yeah.
And then go upstairs and cook him a meal, and we're just sitting downstairs waiting for him to get done. So he
it's
can-
crazy.
to push play and record.
But
and
when you
shit.
went to Van Camp, this is a real deal studio, y'all. Like,
It
I'm
was-
talking about they had Guns N' Roses X's fucking soundboard there.
No, it was
amazing.
it
Janet
was-
Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Was it Janet Jackson?
That was the road studio that they took on the Rhythm Nation
To
tour.
do the tour. Yeah, exactly.
Was Janet Jackson.
Crazy.
So, yeah, it was
crazy.
crazy studio.
And that was how did I get introduced with y'all?
The first day that you came in to
Was it the crib?
no, it was we're going to the studio, and I went half, Ghost went half, you went half. You know.
65 an hour too back then.
No, it was 45, but still, we was little street kids, man. That's a lot of fucking money, man.
I had that.
And
But anyway.
check him out. He already started.
I had that.
We'll get to the part where he tells you how fucking cool he is.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
So when I got introduced into you, it actually started to become a group.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the group?
Tragedy.
Tragedy, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when it first started jumping off, how did you know that people was fucking with it heavy when we was young?
Well, you got to test everything.
Yeah.
And, even I remember when, I think it was Corey Fair,
I don't even know these fucking people.
brought one of the MCG. It was one of the MCG's manager to our house was from a
You
mutual
talking about
friend.
Percy and shit?
No, it was from a mutual. I can't remember what the mutual friend is, but he knew this dude.
Yeah.
Because they was the MCGs. If y'all don't remember, that's the Mad Circle Gangsters. That's one of Gary Indiana's finest.
Top boy. Yeah.
You know, Hit still does his thing. You know, and it was just like now we're starting to get recognition from the people that we was looking up to as local artists. You know, like Gary Indiana. Back in the day and still to this day,
Seesaw, remember?
always
They was
gonna be
them boys.
getting it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And Will Skrill's out, you know. And I mean, y'all need to get deep into Indiana, man, because there's so much talent
Rick
here. It's
Gilla,
crazy.
Freddie Gibbs. We remember Freddie
Already.
Gibbs back in the day.
Yeah.
Like before
The
he
Grind
broke.
Family, CCA,
Yeah,
Concord
yeah.
affiliated. Oh man, it's just
Dayton
man,
Family
this
and shit.
Midwest underground music, man, is what molded a motherfucker into want to
Yeah.
do what he want to do. Because I'm not like one of those, you know, traditional like Chicano rap artists. I know I'm Chicano. I'm born here.
Hands
You
down.
know what I'm saying?
Hands
But I'm
down.
not like that. I don't have the lingo. I didn't grow up like that. It's where you from. You know, you're from your hood. Do I drop any N-bombs or say N-words in any of my jams? No.
Yeah.
No, I still got respect. I respect my homeboys enough to where they'll respect me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
going to
yeah,
turn
yeah.
around and say, it's a mutual thing right here. We're all here together, man. It's not like a lot of places, you know, South Bend's so small.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it could, if we wasn't all together like this, it'll just explode with violence. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. No, it's love everywhere. You already
Man.
know what it is. It's always love everywhere. What was the first recognizable show that you can remember when you first started out? And what the location was?
It was the Rock and Roll Underground, man.
The
It was
Rug.
called the Rug.
The Rug.
It was on Miami Street, man.
Southeast, baby.
Like the person that ran basically the whole shebang, because you know the dude that ran the studio, I'm not really into giving clout too much. You know what I'm saying? So
You ain't? Okay.
I'm not really into it. I don't know if you would like to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being
I
respectful.
don't give a fuck.
Well, all right, then. Chris Shigo, that's still my
I
motherfucker.
love Chris.
Phenomenal
Yeah,
guitar
yeah,
player,
yeah,
and you
hell
know he was.
PSW, your boyfriend, lead singer,
Yes,
man.
lead singer,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you can
yeah.
hear him all. You can check him out. He had the song "She's Got That Something" on MTV's like Real World. I think it was California or something like that.
Yeah.
So the lady that ran she had an insurance place in the front, then the studio was in the back. So
Badass studio too.
she was always hustling, man. I always gave it to her because she was always hustling.
Lisa.
She was it was Liz.
Liz.
Yeah, Liz Van Camp. I don't think her name is Liz Van Camp no more. I think it's Betty.
I don't know.
You know, but she runs a church now. You know what
nice.
I'm saying? So she doing
God
her
bless,
thing.
baby.
Chris is still in the music. God bless him too. But back in these days, she ran insurance. He was
Well, what's
the music
up with
man.
the show? Talk to me about the show.
Well, the
Talk
Rug
about fucking
was
these
the basement of the studio.
Yeah.
The Rug was the basement, and she just one day, just out of nowhere, she calls us up and says, "Hey, Dlow, here's the deal." That's when I knew she was about to hit me with like some type of. She's always hustling, man. I got to give it to her, man. That's
Smart.
I always respected her.
Smart.
You know, she actually got into it with a lot of y'all, but never got into it with me because I'm easy like Sunday morning. But that's besides the story. You know what I mean? But she gave us a call. Hey, Dlow, here's the deal. We have shows we can throw under here. Why don't you get your friends together and they'll pay a little admission at the door? And we were just
have
thinking like
popcorn.
fuck yeah, we're about to do a show, man. We got popcorn.
first show,
and
yo.
we're not thinking like shit. We could have got paid for this shit, but you know, shit.
And we packed that bitch the fuck out,
packed it up, and then we really found out what
Performance.
we had performance wise.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got on
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
motherfucking stage and went bananas.
Yeah, it's true.
With little Casio concert mate 990 beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was greatest of times.
The
man.
energy. I mean, we were out there competing with cats that were solidified. Like I remember when Click 47 was still on, and
Shout out Click 47.
We did
Too Short joint.
no, it wasn't the Too Short joint. Well, we did do a show with them at the Too Short joint,
Yeah.
but
Irish Connection.
yeah, that was the Irish Connection.
Yeah, Irish Connection.
And that's
East
when
side, baby.
I met Jay Lunatic and XL Money Love for
Yeah,
the first time
man.
because I was amazed
Rest
by
in
him.
peace, Money
Yeah,
Love,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Real
For real.
shit.
Money Love was the epitome of what energy was. And he's
Beast.
still, there ain't going to be
Beast.
nobody ever that's going to be able to top that dude. That dude's energy.
Beast. No, definitely
You know?
beast, man.
And they gave us that kind of like that recognition, like, hey, man, these little dudes are doing it, and
Yeah.
we're doing it different.
Well, because the thing I think what was popping, what was different, is because some people might not recognize this so much because there's so much artists nowadays. Back then, you didn't have too many Latino artists in this area.
No.
You really didn't,
No.
man. There was only like, fuck, who did you know besides us back in the day, man?
Nobody. We were one of the very first.
that I can remember.
And that goes hand in hand with Ghost, because the only thing that we had from the White Cats back then as being rappers, like true, really hardcore MCs,
spitters, yeah.
I didn't see anybody really doing it besides Vanilla Ice and Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Ghost came around and he was doing it before it was cool for any of us to be spitting flows like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, granted, if you go back.
Well, you had Cole Maine and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but he was just a different
Cole,
artist. Cole,
yeah.
you know, Cole was just rapid fire.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I used to love going to watch Cole perform because he was animated. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But his style and his subject was completely different than Ghost.
No doubt.
Ghost was more about pain.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's what we had. That's back
We had the group called Tragedy.
Voices
Most of our
of
stuff.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
and they
going
dug
through
it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, what was the first prominent show, theater show, that you was a part of? And what was the feeling being on stage, rocking a prominent show? Big promotion, big artist.
There's two of them.
What's the one that comes to mind?
The one that comes to mind will always be like the first.
Too Short joint?
Yeah, the Too Short.
Crazy. Elko Theater, man.
2000 Elko Theater. We had our cousin Bruce Reith.
Yeah.
Do Can of
that
Bruce.
That was an L card. You talking about the joints and shit? That was an L card.
No. He did the flyer for the Elko
Well, he
Theater.
did the flyer,
he
but I
did the
thought you
flyer.
were talking about the joints.
Because they didn't have us on the flyer. There were so many artists. So we made our own flyer like, come and see us at Elko Theater. Who else is performing?
That's
we were
before
like, I
motherfuckers
don't know.
was doing that shit. We was doing that shit.
We did it on paper, construction paper.
I still got the fucking flyer.
We stayed up for like, I think 23 hours one time stamping CDs.
We went to Kinko's.
Yeah.
And printed out them flyers, yo.
Yeah, shout out Kinko's.
Shout
man.
out Kinko's.
For real, there was over
day.
24 hours back then.
Yeah, killing them. Do you remember the first time when remember Short during his little his like break into one of the songs, he was asking people to come up and spit and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is after our set. So we was out in the crowd fucking with everybody and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
and then everybody
everybody
started pointing
bro.
to you like, give him the mic. And you went fucking nuts with it, yo. And people went fucking nuts. Now, yo, people might not know this. This is some inside shit. There was a cat there that was running the sounds and the engineer. His name was Josh Jones. He actually did this fucking carpet years ago. That's another reminder. But anyway, do you remember, if you remember, what he said when he came up after the show and said how well that we did that night?
Our crowd meter got the most response.
And if people don't know that, back in the day, they had a crowd meter to see how loud the crowd would get.
Got to make that needle move.
Yeah. Too Short was there. This is a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? Hands down, man. But when Too Short came to the motherfucking city, Indiana and shit, and we was there, what happened?
We exploded.
Fucking went stupid.
When we had,
that's real, man.
When they had the Hit Squad, that was 99.1 WSMK.
Toby T, man.
Toby T and Dwayne Wayne. You know, those were the dudes, man. Those were the dudes that you look forward to listening to, like when you're driving home and every weekend. You know, Toby T-Bone, man, I love you, bro. Thank you for the first shout out on the radio, man. That was
he was at the show. He hosted that show.
Yeah, him and Dwayne Wayne was the show. But when they was introducing us, that's when
he knew. Yeah,
we were hyping up the crowd behind the curtain.
Yeah, man.
And it was going crazy. And they let us out. And here comes three odd little Latino kids and a white kid with FUBU outfits on.
Killing them, dog.
Y'all used to have to tell me, man, quit trying to wear tank tops
this
every
motherfucker
show.
wore tank tops every fucking show. We try to get him right. He'd give up, and it wasn't fucking hot. It's because he had tattoos when he was like 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker had sleeves at 7 years old and shit, you know. And he wanted to show his tattoos, so that's why.
Hey man, that was the thing though, man. I was doing that tatted up, thugged out shit before
anybody
made it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely, man. There's doctors and lawyers that got sleeves and shit.
For real.
You had that shit before that shit.
Fucked up tattoos.
Yeah, you was fucked. He's a delinquent. He's a bad influence too. But anyway,
I'm cool, man. You can take me home to mommy.
So show after show, recognition. We talking about you got the opportunity to record from my homeboy I brought to the table, Buff Billions.
Good dude. Man.
You got the opportunity to record in the same exact studio as Tupac.
Yeah, the Quads.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it was crazy because
New York, baby.
It was like, man, it was like a blessing. You know what I mean? It was like a blessing from God then because We didn't have that type of money. That's big money.
Buff.
That's what you talking about. You talking about cats rent out that studio and pay like 50 stacks and just rent the whole studio for the whole night.
And when you don't know, there's multiple levels of studio. There's a balcony and shit. Yeah. The same balcony that Lil C's jumped off the thing, or not jumped off, but looked over and see Pac coming in before he got robbed.
We were right there.
Crazy.
Right there. We like thing was like the dude that ran the whole thing. We met him at the door. And he's like,
Grand Hustle, baby.
Yeah.
T.I.'s joint, Grand Hustle.
We met the dude at the door. He's a white guy.
Yeah.
And our engineer, his name was Ari.
Yeah.
He looked like Rob Zombie, but he was real skinny.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And he had a lower back tattoo. That's what Ghost kept on like mentioning. It's like,
fucking Ghost.
I can't get over the fact that he got a lower back tattoo. He's like, what does it say? And Dot at the time looked at it and smiled. He said, "It says player."
That's what's up. That's what's up. How was that experience? Was it dope?
No, I'm telling you this. When we met the guy at the door, and when we met him at the door, he's like, "Look, guys, I hate to tell you this, but the basement studio has been flooded since the storm."
Yeah.
And we were like, we all look like a bunch of kids like looking down. He goes, "But we're gonna send you right up to the penthouse."
Yeah, man.
So we were in the same studio with so many platinum artists that came into while we were in the booth. Queen Latifa came by, and that's when she was still doing the unit.
Yeah.
She was at the studio.
Yeah.
No. It was a whole group called the unit.
Oh yeah, the unit. Yeah.
So it was her and Rowdy Ross was at the studio, came and said what's up to Ari and was talking to Buff.
Nice.
And
shout out Buff Billion.
Yeah, and what's crazy was they had rented the studio, but they had one right under us though.
Nice. Holla at your boy, man. South Bend in the building, man. That's what's up. Man. That's what's up. Now, as you got more in tune with things, I mean, we talking about like DVDs overseas. Yeah. We talking about songs on the radio nationally. We talking about motherfucking tours and shit. What do you remember the most about the city at that time of the music that was coming out of this area?
This area, it was, man, it was just still like birthing.
Yeah.
You know, this city kind of turned into a gateway city. We're like a web. We just catch what was going on.
Yeah.
Because we're right stuck smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
So we usually get, sometimes there was people that came to this city and tried to test the city as a whole.
Don't work very well.
No, it doesn't work good at all, man. There's some very, very dangerous people that live in this city, and this city's really small. You live here and you got beef, you're gonna see that person, man.
Hands down, happen. Every weekend, baby.
And
come on now.
I'm not trying to talk on this city like it's like one of the biggest and the baddest, but like, I don't know, man. Everywhere you go, you better check in, man, because man, you get your shit fucked around over here.
Hands
for real,
down, man. That's how it be sometimes. Man.
It's just you fuck around, and get fucked around with. You know what I mean?
I love the band, man. I fucking love the band.
And
I love the band.
I got a lot of love out here. I've been doing a lot of shit for a long time around here.
Definitely, man. Tons of shows,
especially in the music shit, in the streets and in the music. And
comes in hand to hand, baby. Come on, holla at your boy. What do you remember? I know there's multiple shows that I can remember, but I want to get your thoughts on it. What was the most craziest fucking time at a show when shit just went fucking nuts? Because we had them shows, you know what I'm saying?
Man, there's a couple house fights that broke out. And like...
now, fuck the house. I'm talking about the events.
Oh, well...
House shit was easy. That's easy work.
House fights, that was like a damn near on a regular.
Yeah.
Some house fights.
Yeah, that's easy.
I'm
talking about the events, the big fucking boom.
At the time, it was a Rough Rider brother that brought in Lil Webbie. And they had these little auditions over at the spot that we called the P&A that was ran by Big Swole.
You sure that was the spot, the P&A? I thought it was a Studios joint.
No, it was a P&A.
Yeah, but we was at the Webbie joint. We performed at the Webbie joint.
Yeah, that was at the it was called Heartland at the time.
Yeah, Heartland. Okay. Fever.
Well, the auditions wasn't held at Fever.
Auditions? We never fucking
Dude
auditioned.
just threw an audition thing. It was over there. I was at the P&A and I was fucked up. And they were like, "Hey man, they about to have some auditions for that yada yada yada." He was making dude, you know what I'm saying? He was making motherfuckers perform for him.
So you get money and shit.
Hook up a little money and then you get in on the show. Well, that's what happens back in the day. That's when you stop fucking with motherfuckers like that. But
what's the show though?
So the show is Lil Webbie.
Okay.
Feature. You was there. You was at the show.
I was at the show.
You was at the show as a whole called Moshine with Ghost.
Yeah.
They rocked the house down.
Hands down.
And Young Monk was there. Shout out Young Monk.
Young Monk, crack your head like a lobster. I never forget that verse, man. Shout out to Monk. Benton Harbor boy, man. Holla at him.
And towards the time it was supposed to be Lil Webbie. See, here's the story. Yeah. The story was, because I'm backstage. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to hype the crowd up, and I'm hyping the crowd up about Lil Webbie coming on the stage. And
he was in the elevator beforehand, though.
Yeah, he was banging his broad out.
In the elevator.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't digging in his business, but that's the story. That's the rumor. Don't quote me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't hating on you, brother.
Fuck him, it's true.
He know it's true. Love for you, but here's the thing, though.
He was rabbiting in the elevator.
He was splashing some girl's cheeks in the elevator, and then he comes out and basically was like, fuck this place.
Yeah.
I ain't got to do shit. Fuck everybody here.
Yeah.
Well, cats caught word of that.
Yeah.
And when they caught word of that, they didn't, spend a whole bunch of money and all these VIPs and bought all these bottles.
Very true.
Because there's cats that make money here too, man. It's all over the place, bro.
Hands down, baby.
He got into his, he's going to his limousine. Fuck them, fuck that. Well, a bunch of homeboys had seen that and chased him out of here. Like, I can't go into detail because I wasn't there, but I was there. There was a lot of bottles involved.
The club erupted.
Oh yeah,
and they was trying to get that motherfucker for real. They really, really was, man. It was a beautiful time. And Ghost was like, fuck you. He's like, dude, we got to get the fuck out of here. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize. Shout out to Ghost, man. I told Ghost, I was like, yo, we should probably, bounce. This shit's getting rowdy. And he was like, fuck that. It's a white band. He was like, fuck that. He's like, I want to see this motherfucker explode. And I was like, okay. So we just sat back in VIP and watched motherfuckers just get it, man, from down in the balcony for like 20 minutes. Shit was stupid.
Yeah, and it was real stupid. I was down there trying to help them stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait, don't do, man, dude. I'm 5'5".
Yeah.
You put me in the club around a whole bunch of people, I will disappear.
But you're 5'5" wide too. So you got some ass on you, so you can
that's
push
why
some
they
shit
were like,
around.
help, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm grabbing all the girls. Stop it. I'm grabbing booties. Like, where y'all going?
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
But it was that was wild. And there was another time though where I seen a celebrity come down, and at the time it was called Capone's, I believe, and it was Gorilla Zoe.
Yeah, I remember Gorilla Zoe came through.
That was the coolest dude in the world.
Yeah.
He bought bottles and was just telling cats to go up there and get cups.
Yes, love, man.
Because he was just pouring out shots.
And that's how it should be, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it should be, man. Now, at the time of the rise of everything, shit's really rocking right. You rocking right. Everybody just really like rising and stepping up their game, and shit's getting a little bit more real, you know what I'm saying? And I remember at the time it was a video shoot that took place between you and Comaine called Chewbacca Juice. I don't know if people can remember that, but if they
look
do,
it up.
they
It's
do.
on there. Look
it's
it up.
On there. Yeah.
You will see me in the first beginning of this.
Yeah.
I was so skinny, bro.
You look great, man. You still
I
look
look,
good, man. Webbie, man. Stand the fuck up.
I look
man.
like man and a half.
Yeah. But how was that shoot, and how was that feeling of being part of your first video, you know what I'm saying?
This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's certain things that a lot of cats can do. They might be able to draw good, or they might be able to do sports or something like that.
Yeah.
I've always been musically inclined, man.
True. Very true.
Other than that, I can eat a bowl of ramen noodles faster than anybody that I
like Kobayashi.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Like Major Payne, fool.
That's what's up. So in your words, man, of putting in all this work, because you live.
I'm still going.
Oh, no, I know that, but I'm saying you always lived in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He lived in the studio, man, and that's real. When you got to the point where one of your good friends, you know what I'm saying, that we've known since we was kids, got the opportunity to run his own club, and it was called the P&A. How would you describe the P&A for music, for the city, is you know what I'm saying, and as much as that done for yourself and others?
It was like a legal brothel. But no.
No. Shout out to Swole,
Big
man.
Swole Promotions,
brother. Yeah.
Big Swole. But that was the most thing that I really enjoyed about the P&A. Not the fact that it could be a sea of people
Yeah.
From
Hands down.
one door, from the door all the
Easy.
way down to the fucking next block.
Easy.
I can walk by these sea of people and they let me right in the door. That was homeboy love. That was people that we've known and we grew up with. And man, it's always been love with Swole.
Yeah.
And P&A, man, it was the most ghettoest, most dirtiest, most beautiful thing that you ever see in your life.
The inmates was running the jail. That's basically what it is.
That shit was, that shit was get the gringo for real.
Yeah.
You know?
And see, shows back then, you're like, I've noticed, you know what I'm saying, when I see performances and shows that crack off now, you know what I'm saying, like, you might see like 30, 20 people, 50 people. At the P&A, what was it like every weekend at the P&A?
Wall to wall. You couldn't move in that motherfucker, man.
I mean, it was fucking packed. If you miss a weekend, you was fucked up because there was always something
you missed
popping
something
up.
real special.
Yeah, real talk.
We had big name artists come. We had Mike Jones come
Mike
down
Jones
there
came through.
to
Yeah,
P&A.
man. Yeah, man.
There was like 50 people there, but you know.
The
But
shit
that
was right.
that. But that one. That's when it was starting to come to a close, because you know there's only a certain amount of dings that they'll give you in South Bend, and what I mean by a ding is when you fuck around and have too many parties and it gets shot the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, South Bend is notorious for that because, you know, a lot of y'all cats out there in these different states got zones. We got sides. You know, you might have zone 1 over here, but we got straight east side. We got straight east side, west side, southeast side, lake, north. You know, I mean, that's how it goes. If I miss something, I'm sorry. I don't want no beat. I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the way it is. This city is, you know, I've lived here all my life, you know, 44 years of being in the same city.
Yeah.
And every time I got out this city, I always came right back, man. It's like a fucking suction cup, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to make it out so I can cut that suction cup off, man, because I'm going to be like dude off of the next Friday, man.
Yeah.
Talking about I ain't going near. I'm the one that talk about I ain't never going to leave the hood.
Yeah.
But then when I got my check, I was gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, I feel you.
Now, I mean, the people that I'm working with now.
Yeah, what about the now situation?
The now situation is really cool because, you know, it's just do me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, my manager right now, John Dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, big shout out John Dope. He basically woke me back up, man. He was telling me, he's like, man, dude, you gonna waste all that shit that you did. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you ain't got on was because of bad promotion. It wasn't because of bad music.
It's very true.
You know, and he's like, man,
Yeah,
hey,
talent's not a question.
you know, it's just like he said, I'm gonna take a chance with you. I'm gonna say I'm gonna take a chance with you too.
Yeah.
And it's been
yeah.
moving. I mean, I just got done doing a radio promo for Kid Frost, his new radio station. I
Nice.
believe it's out there in New Mexico.
Nice.
It's called
nice.
Rolling with Frost.
Okay.
I did the song, and it also featured another New Mexico artist. Her name is Diabla.
Nice.
And man,
Cold, huh?
cold.
Nice.
Cold. I mean, look.
Nice.
I mean, we have like a lot of different, you know, different type of vibe when we do a song, but we mesh together so good. Yeah, she did her thing. And what I was seeing, because when she rapped like hard.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
she
they
put
do.
it.
That's how they
Yeah,
rock
she
out
put
there.
it down though.
Yeah,
you know, straight chola. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
and then I was like, yeah, man. I was like, man, I should get a picture of her and we can put this thing on there, man. They sent me a picture and I was expecting to see a chola holding a Tommy gun.
Yeah.
This girl is beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
for real,
That's
beautiful.
Love, man.
You know, shout out Diabla, man.
Shout out
for
her,
real,
man.
you know?
Real shit.
I got
real
your picture
shit.
hanging up in my room for real.
Yeah, on
No,
the
just
ceiling.
playing. Yeah.
That's what's up. So just promotion, videos, music popping off. Where can people find your music? Where can people find your jump offs?
Everything is all platform.
Okay.
All platform.
Okay.
All platform that sell music, I'm on.
Nice.
But
nice.
right now it's under Dlow Flexx.
Nice.
You know, I'm tired of getting into legal fights with this Flexican thing.
Yeah.
I've been Dlow, and just to set the record straight, I've been Dlow Flexican for 25 years.
No, that's
there
real.
has never been another Flexican. The dude that gave me the name Flexican, he's still alive, and he could tell you the same thing.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
I've been
true.
Dlow Flexican, not Dlow the Flexican. No, Dlow Flexican. I'm the real Dlow Flexican.
That's what's up.
You know,
man.
and like I said, big shout out to John Doe, Dope Boy Records, and you know, shout out to Cindy, shout out to Striker Beats. You know, Striker Beats, he's been keeping me off the ground with where his style is. You know, he started
it's a good
off,
mesh, right?
Yeah, he started off as an EDM producer.
I like EDM. Man.
You know, and that's dope.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
man, why
yeah.
don't you mesh it up and do some hip hop to it, man? This
That's
dude,
what's
he's a monster.
Is there any new
And Brittany
artists?
Momo,
Love Brittany Momo, man.
love Brittany.
Is there anybody in the city kind of newish, newer that you kind of heard that kind of you give a little nod to, or just being like, man, that's what's up? Like the torch is being handed down to the right individuals from a city standpoint. I'm not talking about worldwide because we know you're doing something a little bit bigger and better, but like I'm talking about for the city as a whole.
In the city,
Yeah.
man, you know, the one that I latch on to because it's like if I want to judge you off of anything, I'm gonna judge you as a person.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you know, as an artist, man, I give a shout out to any artist that's doing their thing and making any type of noise, man. We're supposed to be together, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But like in my opinion, in my
yeah.
opinion, the artist that puts out a structure and puts out a standpoint, it's Benzo, man.
Love Benzo.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Straight
what's
up,
up, dog.
For real, you know. But this is not, you know, it is my opinion, but it also runs on a lot of facts.
Yes, hell yeah,
You know,
without
you know
a
what
doubt.
I'm saying? You know, it always comes down to that point.
You should come to the pool party.
For real, man. I look great in a bikini.
That's what's up. Shout out Benzo.
Hey, man,
man.
Benzo, I need girls for my video, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving you. Hey, I'll shout you out again. See, Benzo. You know what I'm saying? But hey, real talk.
I remember he was like literally like, I don't want to say after us, but like he started getting his ding, you know what I'm saying, in the city a little bit. We got to watch that rise and watch that come up, you know what I'm saying?
You can only go so far in this city before they start like being like, oh, here this motherfucker is again.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah,
the
man.
battle, just for anybody, any artist that's out there, especially when you start getting older, man, the shit don't get motherfucking easier.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The battle is to stay relevant.
True.
You know?
True. No, definitely true.
You better try something different.
And stay sharp with your shit, you know what I'm saying? The craft, you know what I'm saying? And you've never had an issue with that because you've always been a motherfucking monster out here, real
I've just
talk.
done
man.
like, I don't consider myself inside of one genre because I've been able to do all
without a doubt. He can sing, he can rap, he can any style. I mean, I've told you this before back in the day, and I tell you, you're a fucking chameleon, man. You can literally do anything.
I thank you, man.
That's
For
real
That
shit.
means a lot
man.
to me, though.
Don't cry. I'm just telling you.
No,
the
I'm not
truth.
gonna cry. I'm just high. He won't let me hit my shit. I'm getting nervous.
Don't be fucking hit that
just
shit,
looking
man.
I'm looking down at my shit.
If I could get a top five artist in the bed,
You're gonna get me hated like a
top five. No, it's just your fucking opinion. Fuck everybody, man. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? This is your opinion. This is your top five, that what you see fit. You know what I'm saying? From what you've seen
from South Bend.
From South Bend that you've seen in your time in the Bend, rocking and rolling and shit. Who would be your top five? That's a great motherfucking question.
See, but I ain't gonna put it in the order though. I'm gonna give you these artists because these are the guys that should have been on.
Yeah.
You know, it just because one comes after the other don't mean
Step
one,
up to the mic a little bit.
Just because one comes after the other doesn't mean no one's above one another. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
So
just your top five that you fuck with
know,
that
one,
you like the most.
You know, and these are cats that I have relationships with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because knowing somebody as a person and knowing like their artistry, it just makes it even greater. Like one, Snub Nose.
You can put Snub. Shout out to Snub, though.
The monster,
the
original
band,
monster.
We need to get the band back together.
You know what I'm saying?
Snub.
Flaming Dave, Starving Marvin.
Starving Marvin.
You know
That's
what
my
I'm
dog, man.
I love Lane Calhoun.
Okay.
Lane Calhoun, you know what I mean? He's always, gave a lot of knowledge out, and he's still doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still a fucking monster on that fucking microphone. Comaine.
Comaine's cold.
Comaine was one of the cats because I was working with Comaine extensively when he was helping out with Moshine Records, and he's so knowledgeable about hip hop.
Well, he wasn't helping out with Moshine Records. He was a part of Moshine.
Well, yeah,
Records.
that's what I'm saying. He was doing his part in Moshine. And man, dude, his speed and the way he can pronunciate words while he's going that fast, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Now, a lot of people do that nowadays, especially like the southern, like, the Caucasian rappers like Jelly Roll and all them, like Yellow Wolf and everything.
Fucking love
now that style is sold up, but back in those days,
he was a little bit ahead of his time. He was.
Well, yeah, he was doing that.
No, that's very, very real. I agree with you.
So what was that? That's the third one, right?
That's the third. Yeah.
And G-Mac,
Okay.
G-Mac was just like the person that gave me the spark to be an artist. He was always West Coast artist.
Yeah.
He's an OG Crip from California that lived down here. You know what I'm saying? And grew up here and
Deuce Nina, baby.
Yeah, Deuce Nina, 29th Street, man. The
Deuce
hardest
Nina,
street in
man.
motherfucking River Park's history, man. Still to this day, man. Changed the game for real. That's the first time I ever been anywhere. They treated me like an adult when I was a little kid. And I was like, I like this.
True. No, G-Mac was a shit, man. He's still the shit,
and
man.
still to this day, he can still rock that motherfucking mic.
Without a doubt, man.
You know what I'm saying? He told me what he was pushing today, how old he was. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm traveling right behind you. You know what I'm saying?
And he's like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. We're going to go out like this, man. He goes, man, you seen them? And he made a reference to like, man, hey, man, your culture's got old Mexican dudes that's out there like doing shows and shit. They're like 75 years old. And I was like, man. Yeah, but they've been doing it since they were 15 in the game.
Fine wine, hard, motherfuckers. Man. Fine motherfucking
and
wine.
I'm aging good, man. I ain't going to tell you how old I am because that might divert you from buying another motherfucking album. So just know this is my 21st birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy him his first drink and
For
shit.
real, love me, man. I ain't even had no shots yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook him up.
For real, no razor burns.
Who would be number 5?
Number 5 will be Ghost.
Ghost, okay. I like it.
Off top, as much times as we bumped heads, and that dude is just a phenomenal artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And for real, when he hears this, he's going to call me, and he's going to call me a whole bunch of names for being cheesy about him online. So fuck you, Ghost.
How come me and Ghost always butted heads?
Because y'all motherfuckers were perfectionists. Perfectionists, and y'all are both assholes. Man.
Yeah. You think I'm an asshole?
Yeah. Definitely a fucking asshole. He's had this podcast for how long? I'm his fucking brother. I live right over there.
Yeah, but we've been booked up. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
I ain't hating on you at all. You know what I'm saying? You're getting numbers. I've been doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And life is good.
Yeah, man. Videos are popping off. I'm sitting down with an artist, the videographer, here in a couple of days, and then we're gonna put a date for the video. I'll definitely let you know. I definitely want you to be out there.
Let me know, man.
You know, to check
let
it
me
out.
know, man.
That'll be great, man. We'll have a blast, bro.
Yeah, let me know, man. If I can make it, I'm gonna make it. You know, hands down.
But you got to be my backup dancer.
Hands down, man.
For real.
Yeah, Tupac started with Digital Underground. I can start with you.
Yeah, but you got to wear remember the old school bibs with the shorts?
Yeah, I got you. I'm
just
one strap though.
Yeah, like with another bad creation.
Someone's got to fucking airbrush some shit on me.
You should airbrush roll right on there.
She was the girl that I never had, and I want to get to know you, man. That was
shout out USA Skating Rink, man.
Shout out USA Skating Rink,
piece
man.
Of history,
definitely,
man.
Definitely.
History, man.
Last question, and I think you know what? I'm gonna give you a couple names. Mm-hmm. This is concrete questions.
Lightning round.
I'm gonna give you a couple names. You been watching the show? Is that what you know about this shit?
If I turn right here, if I do like this right here, you put like some like a thunderbolt and some lightning question.
You asking for too much, but we'll just go ahead with this.
I'm saying, but watch this.
Rapid motherfucking fire questions. This is concrete questions.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna give you a couple names, a couple. You know what I'm saying? What first thing comes to mind? You just blurt that shit out. First thing comes to mind.
Buckle up.
You ready?
Yeah.
Co-main.
White guy.
G-Mac.
The legend.
Stucky Boy.
Another legend.
Snub Nose.
Monster.
Motherfucking Anthony Rucker Sr.
Flamo?
Nah, his daddy. Remember his daddy?
Yeah. It's the dude.
In the dark, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If I give you another dime piece.
Just phenomenal.
Money Love.
There is no comparison to that.
Yeah.
You know how when you say like there's some cats that come like once in a lifetime, and Money Love
was one of them. Yeah. Early Bird.
Man. All right, man.
Early Bird.
I'm gonna tell y'all this story.
My man Vic.
Tell you the story. We went to Cincinnati one time, man, and we were chilling in the hotel room, and we were fucked up.
Yeah.
And this is when, hey, man, we were free reign, and we had some money, and we had a lot we had a lot of refreshments to bring with us.
Yeah.
So, man, we just bored in there. It was me, Excel, and shout out Excel. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
You know, and we were sitting there, and Vic just got bored, man, and after he got done ironing out his clothes for the show and shit like that, and he got on the ironing board, man, and he was laying like flat on the ironing board, and he was going na 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 na, and he was on there for like 20 minutes, and Excel like, man, put the video camera on that mother.
Yeah, Vic, man.
He said, what? I was like, what? He said, yeah, man, I bet you, man. You put
Vic's a spitter, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Spitter.
He put that video cam on Vic, and for 2 seconds, I put the video camera on, and he goes, na 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 na. Boom!
And he fell and
Security
shit?
came to our shit.
Yeah.
But Vic has a swagger like Tupac.
Hands down, man.
He does.
He's a beast, man.
And you know what?
I fuck with Vic,
for
man.
real.
Shout out to Early Bird, man. El Carson.
Just don't have a problem with somebody and Vic loves you, because he gonna
that happens with everybody. I got a couple more names too. I got a couple more names.
Early
Soul.
Bird still the motherfucking man.
Soul.
My brother.
Soldier, man.
My big brother.
Okay.
You know?
Infrared shit. I got a good one, man. Go ahead. What was you gonna finish about Soul?
Soul is like, another inspiring person to me, because his grind.
Yeah, no, he stays on it.
Keep going.
Yeah, shout out Soul, man. I love Soul.
I can even say like Britty Momo.
Yeah,
You know, like a Stone Cold Survivor, man.
Real talk.
And really knows how to do music in a way that it makes it herself
Personable, man.
What she gives to the world.
Yeah,
man.
personable, man. She in the light now too, man. I see you.
Yeah, for real.
No, definitely. I couple more little rapid fires, man, that I had to get through, man. What was that dude's name, man? Damn, I can't forget. Damn. Chappie.
Chappie was a spirit,
You remember Chappie?
Yeah.
Chappie.
Chappie is a man. Chappie gets down. Chappie, I haven't seen or talked to him
Me
in a very
either,
long
man.
time.
Years, man.
But I remember when
Chappie
we were doing
was
the
a
show,
monster, man.
and he already outflowed like the little freestyle session, and some dude was getting mad at him, man. But it was the fucking funniest thing that I've ever heard in my life.
He was cool as a fan, man.
Somebody say, and he was real cool. He was like one of those 70s pimps, man, that told this dude off. Dude was like, man, that ain't shit. He was like, look here, little man.
Chappie.
I'll whoop your ass with my foot.
Chappie was one of them, man, for real. Yeah. Ghost with the most.
Spitter, man.
Yeah.
Spitter, but there's a lot of pain that comes behind that.
Yeah.
You know, and I know me and you know his background very well.
True.
And there's a lot of pain that came through that young man, and he brings it out in that music.
Definitely.
Especially when he talks about, the things that was so close to him that was taken away.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah. No, I'm personable, man. Gotti got things.
He's a fucking little jerk. That little bastard, I swear to God, when
little
I see him, I'm
bastard.
going to give him a fucking smack. My brother, man.
That's what's up, man.
It started off, we always used to really have a gripe with Gotti because Gotti was the world's #1 Tupac.
Well, they might not know me as Gotti, though.
No, that's John.
It's John. Yeah.
Gotti got things.
Yeah. Who gave me the name? You remember?
His name was Calvin Mayfield.
Yeah.
And because Gotti, John was about 4'11". When he was out there doing his thing on the streets, man.
Yeah.
I told everybody what I used to call him because I used to say, man, this little motherfucker is so lucky.
Always got things,
I
man.
called him Leprechano.
Leprechano.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
And then as time went on, like, we started calling him Gotti Got Things because he was always the flashy guy.
Like a motherfucker.
You should have seen all his diamond chains when he was out there doing
them fucking earrings I had. Good
Some
Lord.
of them chains you could have put back in the freezer.
I miss them earrings, man. Them earrings I had were amazing.
Man,
and the coat, remember the coat?
Mink coat.
Chinchilla.
Yeah.
Holla at me,
yeah,
yo.
That's right.
Chinchilla. God, I miss that coat.
That coat looked like a trench chinchilla coat on him.
Yeah, it was huge.
It looked like a starter jacket.
I looked like Frank Lucas coming in the P&A and shit.
All you missing was the hat.
Yeah, it's real, man. That's definitely
I remember
real.
one time though, and this is so very true, man. I used to DJ at this, and I'm talking to y'all. I'm not talking to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's about him.
I do.
Well, I was DJing in the Torch, man. I wasn't a dancer, man. I'm too sexy for that shit.
True, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Above your pay
But
grade.
I was DJing there, man, and my brother came in. It was like a real nice holiday, man, and I think it was his birthday, and we all pitched in and got him this all-white suit.
My shit?
Yeah.
That was Halloween.
Okay, that was the Halloween
Motherfucker, you didn't buy me no suit. I had my own suit.
I know we pitched in one time.
Everybody thought it was a costume, but that was a real suit.
It was an all-white suit.
Yeah.
So,
what the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
So that day that he was down there, we had, well, I'm going to say this because I'm not going to start up no bullshit. We had a lot of 81 down there. If you was a biker, then you know exactly what 81 means.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Just know that, hey, man, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about
shit
now.
that you should know about because if you out on these streets and don't know anything like that,
well,
man,
get
you're
it.
not
You along.
You know what I mean? But when he came in there, he was dressed up really, really proud. He looked like a little pimp.
I did look good.
Like Money Mike.
I might put the picture up right here. I don't know yet, but I remember
that'd be
that shit.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he does put it up, it's right here.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, but a lot of these 81s that was in there was...
Oh, I remember this story.
They were from out of town.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
they're
true.
not used to seeing a lot of... They don't know what's going down, so they're always on their toes.
Yeah.
You know? And he went in there, and these guys... these are 1%ers, you know?
Man, real shit.
Made him very fucking nervous. Made him nervous like, oh, there's a big timer in here.
They came
and
from
we got to look right. We got to look for
They
him.
came from a funeral.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of them from out of town coming in this air like huge. It was nuts, man. I remember that shit.
So the man that we coexisted with that was our go-to guy
Lizon.
for there.
Yeah, Lizon.
No, yeah, we're just gonna say cannibal.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say the cannibal.
There you go.
All right, and meanest fucking most wonderful fucking
Loved
dude in the
us.
world. You know what I'm saying?
He loved us.
He loved you. He just loved to fuck with me.
Yeah, I loved him.
But he was the one like, hey man, he was the one that settled everything down. But yeah, that was the first day that a 4'11" dude made a whole bunch of bikers nervous.
It's never happened again. I trust me, it's never happened again. But I remember. But yo, one of their homeboys came up to me, and he was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And he was fucking like 6'7".
Yeah, they're all big.
About 320. He was fucking huge, and I was having a drink, and I'm a little nervous now because I'm like, who in the fuck is this? And he was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you got my brothers in here a little, just looking at you a little bit. I said, yeah, I'm just coming here have a drink. My brother's DJing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talking, and Day was there that night. And, man, we had an unbelievable night, man. And his brothers was coming to him like, yo, come sit down with us. He's like, no, I'm talking to Johnny over here. And we had a great fucking night, man.
His name was Bad Mike.
Mad Mike. And he's like, man, you ever in Cali, come through, you good. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Johnny. I'm like, all right.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah,
and that was real. And that was real love that he was extending.
Yeah, no, hell yeah.
The end of that night, I almost had a fucking heart attack because I'm leaving. I'm trying to bag one of these fucking strippers.
Yeah.
And she was with it. But if they found out that you was trying to bag any of these strippers,
you're
fired.
Cool. Yeah.
I didn't want to lose. I got paid to play music and look at titties all day. That was the greatest job in the world. I just wished it was union.
Was that your crazy? Was that the greatest job ever?
It's like the greatest job ever, man. So, back there, let me get this story out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bag this fucking broad because she was phenomenal, and I'm never going to have anything like that.
Yeah, okay.
I had to make it real easy a long time ago. I ain't never going to marry a model. But my wife, now, beautiful,
best.
Great life.
Yeah, she's the best. Yeah, hands down.
But back then, I was searching for that. You know what I'm saying? Had to have that.
For that.
That 30 seconds that I was going to be inside.
Hell yeah, it was worth it. Yeah. It was worth the journey.
It was worth it. So I got her in. And this is when, I had this big, stupid ass fucking brown ass truck.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I remember the Bob. We used to call it the Red Sanford & Son.
It was called Bob.
Yeah.
Like Bob. Yeah. So I got this girl in Bob, and she's with it.
She's with the Bob?
She's with the Bob.
Damn.
I was about to take her back to the room where actually it used to be this room right here.
She was a real one.
Just know that it happened in this room right here.
It did?
It did.
Congratulations.
Man, thank you. It's for real. So I get her in the car. We're coming from the back lot, and we're pulling in the front, and all the bikers are leaving.
True.
So I'm talking to one guy, he's saying goodbye, hey, I had a great time. So I'm pulling off.
In the Bob.
They're like burning out and going off. So I'm like, man, I'm burning out too. Shit, I'm damn. You know what I'm saying?
No buffalo,
Man, I burnt that shit out. Right when I did that, one of their members came right there, right in front of me. Yeah. And I was like this close from hitting them. You know what they do to the motherfuckers that be doing that shit, even if it's their fault? Yeah, you get fucked up.
Fuck their bike up.
I wouldn't have got that happy ending. My happy ending would have been a hospital.
You wouldn't have got 30 seconds.
Nah, man.
That's real.
I'd have got about a full 5 minutes.
That's real. I have to tell a story. Now, can I tell a story?
What story?
This is a great story. And see, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we're very open and transparent individuals, you know what I'm saying, definitely around each other as well. But a lot of these stories we don't ever really tell because there's just a lot of things.
Ain't nobody's fucking business.
We literally have 1,000 stories we can tell you, but we literally have 1,000,000 stories that we can't. I mean, that's just how we were kind of raised. But there was one particular...
what y'all call normal?
I'm going to have to give you some love. This is some real shit. Now, check this out. This really happened. And this story, I'm going to title, This Is Why I Love My Brother Damien. Okay? You ready for this? This is some real shit, man. Okay. Don't cry and shit. I
can hit my weed, though?
No.
Well, shit, you talking about...
Let me tell my fucking story. I titled this story, This Is Why I Love My Brother Damien. At the time, I was ripping and running, doing what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? Always was on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? Differently more from the most. I had to meet somebody somewhere, and they was close to this one area in a parking garage and shit, and I was by myself. And anytime you do anything, I don't give a fuck what it is. If you go into the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, whatever. If you're doing a certain type of entity in the game, in the streets, always use the buddy system because the buddy system always works. At the time, the couple buddies I had wasn't here. They was out of town and shit. So the next thing that I thought of is to call my brother. And without a fucking doubt, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I have to pick something up. I got to pick a lot of shit up, you know what I'm saying? And I need you to ride with me to make sure, you know what I'm saying, everything goes as smooth, because I'm getting introduced to somebody that I really don't know like that, but my people was vouching for him. He was like, bet, you know what I'm saying? I got you. No questions asked. So I pull over, come pick him up. He starts to get in the front seat. I tell him, no. I said, I need you in the back seat. And he was like, what the fuck? Why did I want you in the back seat?
He was trying to do some Dick Tracy shit.
See, I was the one with the dough and the cheddar and the cheese to go do what I had to do.
I was playing the Jack in the Box.
But if
y'all ever seen the Jack in the Box?
Yeah, he pops up. Yeah.
Right. That's basically what that basically.
Well, he's in the back though, you know what I'm saying? So
under some stinking ass motherfucking clothes.
Everybody's gonna think that he's the one, you know what I'm saying, that's doing what it needs to be done. Sure enough, everything worked out, you know what I'm saying? I might have put him in a peculiar spot, you know what I'm saying? But he was with it, no questions asked.
An accent and everything.
Yeah, no questions asked, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? Remember the dude pulled up with the pipe? Mm-hmm. And he was in your face with the shit?
Get shit out of my face.
Yeah. But anyways, man, I always remember that story, you know what I'm saying? Everything went smooth, you know what I'm saying? It's smooth as ever, but I remember, you know what I'm saying, that anytime I needed somebody to call if I was ever in a jam, and I ain't been in too many of them, but if I ever needed somebody at a certain point in time, I know I can always call on you, and I know you can always come.
You already know.
And I appreciate that shit, like real shit. I know I don't know if I've ever told you that before.
You probably did, man, but I wasn't probably listening, man.
There you go.
I didn't listen to half the shit.
Are you listening now?
No.
Well, you can rewind. We'll rewind this later.
That's why I'm saying all this shit so I can rewind this shit.
Well, you can rewind the shit. You can listen to it again. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, man.
Nah, I love you too, man. Hands down.
The most talented dudes out here.
Appreciate it, man.
You got a podcast and
appreciate it.
And now the internet wants to know, when are you gonna shoot Dlow Flexican's video?
Yeah, he always he hits me up at least twice a week and asks me, "We got to come up with the content. Get me right, man.
You heard
let me
though,
work
right?
for you."
I'm gonna play this back to him, and this is gonna be a meme.
If you let me work me
you
for
direct the whole shit.
We make it happen. I'm serious
shit.
about that.
Direct the whole shit because I know it's gonna be dope.
All right, last question. One last question only. If you could talk to one person and one person only for 30 minutes, dead or alive, who would that person be? And I know what you're gonna say.
You already know, so it shouldn't even say it, man. I love you, Jake.
Hands down, man.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I love you, man.
Definitely would be Jake, man.
Yeah.
Definitely would be Jake.
That if he was still alive right now, we would probably be a little more farther because we'd got him involved in it, man. And anything that dude did, he was a monster with it, man.
Yeah, he was insane.
Yeah.
He was insane.
Mm-hmm.
What did he call you? What was his name for you?
Flame. Fat boy. I mean, that's why words don't bother me.
Nah, they can't.
Because when we were growing up, that
Flame.
motherfucker was a tyrant.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I'm
was,
saying?
man.
You ever seen those those little movies where their big brother walks around all tough and
Yeah.
walks by the little brother while he's drawing a picture and punches him?
And rips up the picture?
That's him.
That's Jay.
That's Jay.
But we loved him to death, man. Definitely a real one. Never will be nothing like him again.
Ever.
Lo, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort.
Appreciate you too,
You know what I'm saying? Man, I love what I'm hearing from the new music that's coming out.
Man, just see it.
It's
man,
amazing.
I'm on all platforms.
Nice.
Go Dlow Flexx.
Nice.
And I've got something for everybody. I've got the R&B. I've got the outlaw
Yeah.
country. I've got the purity hip hop. I've got the speed hip hop.
doubt.
Everything.
No
Anything
doubt.
that you want in the song, I'm gonna bring it to you, man. Just get a load of me, man. Just hit me up.
Definitely a chameleon, man. Definitely a real
Shout
one.
out Dope Boy Records, Striker Beats, John Dope already, Miss Cindy, Love, Pretty Momo, Partner in Crime Forever.
That's what's
For
up,
real,
man. That's what's up.
1934.
Like I said, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the effort. I love what I'm hearing from you. Definitely, if you ain't got in tune yet, definitely look for this motherfucker, because I'm serious when I tell you this. He's a legend because I've seen it firsthand what he can do. Not only have I performed with him, I've written songs with him. We've done millions of songs together, and we definitely hit them shows and did what we had to do them multiple times. Hell yeah, we still have fun. I'm still having fun.
You know, I'm having fun right now.
Hell yeah.
Check me out.
He's having fun. Once again, I appreciate for checking out the show. This has been Concrete Topics. I'm your host, John Villanueva, and we motherfucking out of here like we stole something. Two fingers.
Cause I've been waiting all night to get you to my side. I got you here. I'm about to go. Little mama got that drippity drop. Got me waiting like tick, tock, tick, tickety. tired. You been talking real freaky, girl, when you text me. Telling me how you gon' go ham when you sex me.